Hey guys, it's Abby and welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to film a really fun festival kind of tutorial with really bright colors, crazy brows. I've never done color brow and I have to say I really like it, and I used some new products and I'll tell you what I think about them. So if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching.
So first I am going in with my number 7 translucent powder and the little puff that came with it, and I'm going to just bake my under eye area, so if we have any fallout we can just brush it away. And I've already done my foundation and concealer before the video. I'm just wearing the number 7 airbrush away foundation and Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. So now I'm going in with a little Morphe spoolie brush and just combing out my eyebrows. And I'm taking a Morphe angle brush and I am going into my Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette. And I am taking the shade Metamorphosis, which is a periwinkle blue. And I am starting to fill out my eyebrows with this shade, just in the front. And the shade has a little bit of sparkle, but it's not much, and from all the brushing I'm going to be doing to put it in my brows, it's all going to fall out, so it's not a big deal. And once I get to that pigmentation I like, I'm going into Blindsided, which is more of a bright blue, and I am going to fill the rest of my brow with that, and I'm going to merge it with the more subdued periwinkle blue that I did in the front. This is my first time ever doing a colored brow, and honestly I really like it. I think it's really fun and I definitely think I'll do more looks like this with different colors, because it's just so fun to do something different. So I'm just taking that blue and I'm brushing it through a little bit where the periwinkle was, and I'm going to brush the periwinkle just a tad bit through where the darker blue is, just to merge it like that. And next I am taking the NYX colored mascara in Mint Julep, and I'm just going to brush this over the top. And this stuff was insanely pigmented. I was not expecting it to be this pigmented. So it kind of just covered up all of the blue that I did, but at least the blue gave it a base. But I really liked this stuff. I think it was really awesome for color brows. I was surprised by how pigmented it was. So I just went ahead and off camera did my other brow, and I'm going into the Full Spectrum palette again into the shade C's, which is a warm red orange. And I'm just going to put that in the crease as my transition shade, and I'm just going to build it up to the intensity I like. I don't go in with full tons of shadow intensity right away unless I know a shadow isn't pigmented very well, because it could turn into a hot mess real quick. So I always go in with a light hand and I build it up. And next I'm going into the shade Gossip, which is a hot pink, and I am going to pat that with all the unicorn looking ones. They're from the Tarte Make Believe in Yourself collection, and that's just a flat edged lid brush, and I'm patting that all in my inner corner, and I'm just going to build it up to get it really bright. I've noticed that these shadows in this palette, when you blend them out, they can disappear easily, but as long as you're just careful and you build it up, it totally works. I don't have complaints. Yeah, it's not the best, but it's not awful either. I think it's awesome for a bright colored palette because a lot of bright ones are hard to use. So I'm taking a fluffy blending brush and I'm going back in with the orange shade C's, and we're just going to blend that all together to get it all merged seamlessly so we don't have any harsh lines. And I know right now at this point in the tutorial I look really crazy, like I've got Grinch eyebrows and colors smeared all over my eyes, but I promise it will come together. It ends up looking really cool. So now I'm taking the shade Blindsided that we used on the brows, the really bright one, and I'm patting that on the outer edge of the lid. And I'm just being really careful to keep it where I want it. You don't want to smear this everywhere because, well, it's bright blue and that's going to be real hard to clean up. And we just want to keep the shape really precise. I personally really like to have my shadow winged out. So I like to have it go up like in the pattern of a wing and not smear down below the lash line, just so it gives the eye a very lifted look. And now we're going back into C's, that orange shade, and once again we're going to blend it all out. And you just have to be really patient. Don't be afraid to have to keep going in and just going back and forth with windshield wiper motions and circular motions. And right here, be really careful with the blue and orange. Don't try and mix them too much in each other. Just like create a very fine fade where they meet, but don't mix them too much because they're complementary colors, so they will go brown. So if you want to keep it bright and not really have any brown going on, try not to mix them. So now I'm going into the shade Sketch, which is a purple shade, and I'm putting that in the middle of the lid where the blue and pink connect, so that the two colors can kind of merge seamlessly, where it's not so blunt, since purple is sort of a medium to pink and blue. And once again, we are going back in with that orange shade and we are blending everything together. Now I'm going back into Gossip, the pink shade, and I'm just going to pat that back on the inner corner to touch up on it. And my camera cut off, but I touched up and I added the color Blindsided to my lower lash line as well. Oh, I did not do that yet, so sorry, ignore me. I'm adding some of the NYX glitter primer to my lens. I'm getting ahead of myself, so excuse me. And then I am taking this Recollections glitter from Michaels. Please, please, please listen to me when I say this has not been approved to be eye safe. It's craft glitter, but I personally don't always listen to that, and I kind of do what I want. So please do not try and do this. But when I do it, I'm just really careful it doesn't get in my eye, and I wipe it off very carefully. So I took this blue, iridescent blue-pink mermaidish shade, that's what it makes me think of, and I just stick it to my finger and stick it right on the primer. And I'm just putting enough, I want it in the center, but I don't want to cover up all the eyeshadow, so I'm just putting enough where I think it looks sparkly enough, but it's not too much. And now I'm going into the NYX Vivid Brights eyeliner, and this is in Vivid Petals. I really like this eyeliner. I was so surprised. First off, this might sound a little crazy, but I've never used a brush tip liner before because I'm not a really big eyeliner person, just because with my eye shape, eyeliner can be a real hassle to get the shape right, where it doesn't get all wonky with my hooded eyes. But so the few times I do eyeliner, I've always purchased just felt tip ones, and holy crap, I did not realize how much easier it is to do eyeliner with a brush tip. So I just finished that off camera. I was having camera issues and it died again, so yeah, I finished it up, but it did take a little while to get my wings even, and they look kind of weird with my eyes closed because it's a shape. I have to make them to look right when my eyes are open, but that's just dealing with hooded eyes. So now I'm taking Blindsided, that blue color, and I'm putting it all on my lower lash line. And then I'm going in with Metamorphosis, that periwinkle shade, and I'm just putting that on the inner corner so it's just a little lighter in the very inside. And I'm taking a fluffy brush. This is an Tantastic brush, by the way. It came with the Modern Renaissance palette. And I'm just blending this all out. And then I'm taking a lighter orange shade in Gold Mine, and it has a tad bit of shimmer, but not much. And I'm just using that to blend out it into my skin. And my camera went off again. I was having horrible camera issues, but I took the pink petals liner and I lined my waterline and connected it in the center of my eyes into a pointed cat eye look. And now I'm just taking the shade Bump, which is a white matte shade, and I'm just highlighting my brow bone ever so slightly with it. And now I am going into Paranoia, which is a pinky purple shimmer, and I am just highlighting my inner corners with this shade. And now I'm taking that colored mascara again in Mint Julep, and I'm going to put that all over my lashes. I really liked this with the eyebrows, but not as much with the eyelashes. It did look really cool, it's just my eyelashes kind of like stick out everywhere all weird, my natural ones. And falsies would look weird unless I somehow could coat them in all of this mascara so they match. But anyways, it was more my lashes' fault than its fault, but it was a really cool color. It's just my lashes look kind of crazy. And I also found when I went to wash my face off, this stuff is so hard to get off. I was like ripping it off my eyelashes. So if you do purchase this, do be aware these color mascaras are hard to get off, but they do have really good color payoff and they are really cool. And sorry about blocking the camera. I was trying to see in this little mirror, and I realized afterwards that you couldn't really see me at all. But there we go. So now I'm taking my Marc Jacobs Omega Bronzer in Tantastic and a Morphe contour brush. And I'm just going to bronze up my face with this. It's my new favorite bronzer. I bought it after Kathleen Lights raved about it, and yeah. But, of course, my camera cut off again, so you only saw me slightly bronzing, but I contoured my whole face. And now I'm going in with the number 7 Peach Velvet Blush, and I'm just putting a slight blush on my upper cheeks. And now I'm taking the Jouer Rose Quartz highlight and a little dense Morphe brush, and I am just going to highlight and highlight and highlight some more. With this, I did this festival inspired look, and if I go to a music festival, I'm going to want my highlight to be crazy, not subtle. So I'm really going in, having some blinding cheekbones. And the tip of the nose is always my favorite. I go in with my finger and scrape down the center. And I always take the excess on my brush. I don't go in fresh, and put a little on my forehead and chin, and then just doing my Cupid's bow and adding the excess to my cheeks. And lastly, I am taking the Tarteist lip paint in the shade Festival from the Make Believe in Yourself collection. I love this nude lip. And I'm just going to put this all over. It is just the perfect nude lip, and I definitely wanted to pair a nude lip with this crazy look. And there we go. This is my festival look.
And that's how you get this look. Thank you so much for watching. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you like this video. Comment with future video ideas. I'd love to hear what you think. And thanks again. Bye.